please. Socket place. Socket place. Socket place.
The wormhole. You find it on X.
Are you sure about that?
You're ruining the intro.
Right, everyone, welcome back to the reaction episodes. This is the reactions, no more in between. We have hit the next part of the season 2, and it's been quite a while, actually, I'll be honest. It's been quite a long time since I've watched it to season 1, but nonetheless I'm on the run, and I have a devised strategy to which I should be able to enjoy this season and watch through it, and also be able to get into the next season so I can cover pretty frequent episodes, because these episodes are going to be coming pretty fast and quick. So there's going to be a lot of them coming fast at you, and they're going to be a lot with basically the same quality. There's not much holding it back, other than the fact that it's going to be an unbelievable like shoot in the playlist. It's almost going to be like a daily like when a new series comes out, new Netflix series comes out, everyone goes reacts to it, whatever, and uploads it pretty frequently. It's going to be one of those shooting things, but for me it's going to be this, coming back to this beautiful show, and I'll be really interested to see how this goes through again, because I have just introduced to anyone who's not seen any of the previous videos, but I have watched the show like basically around the time when it came around, so it's been obviously like more than a decade, and I've always wished that they return, they added more to like they bring a future series, which has obviously been considered. The only word I've heard about is something like 2025 something will happen, but cannot say for sure. But as of my favorite, the classic is my favorite, and there's unbelievable elements in classic that make it such a beautiful series, like including the audio, the design and everything. But there's just so much atmosphere and like inspiration that I took into like reality, and it brought true feelings out, and I was probably just had the best time like with it. I have like a universal connection with this series, and it really is going to be valued when you watch my reaction. So without further ado, this is season 2 episode 1, Truth. Right, let's go. I'll be honest, I do not remember all, like most of these episodes I probably won't remember too much initially, and it'll probably take a time for me to build up that recognition. A lot of times, it's a very quick scene and stuff that I don't recognize. Like this.
Something's pulling them out of their silos.
I think I should put the volume up a bit, can't lie. Right, there we go. Okay, drones, early Vilgax, there we go. This is the first time we get to see early Vilgax right here. I love the detail, the grainy art was brilliant. And who do you have here? What mighty heroic.
You're going down.
Many have
The voice is brilliant. Young Max.
Until now.
Young Vilgax.
Phil, wait.
The early corridors. Plumber technology. Plumber development. And Phil. It really does. It looks like I can't remember the name of the show now. It's a very famous show. I'll show you the picture. I'll show you a picture of who I'm talking about. But Phil looks like him. What I want to say is, in the reactions, sometimes I put like, here's the track, and I play the OST. I give it ratings now as well. It's like sometimes in YouTube shorts I will do it. Some YouTube shorts I'll do like rating stuff on different episodes of like different tracks that are really good and iconic.
You can't just let him get away.
But in these episodes, there'll be embedded secret tracks, and I love the idea of doing embedded secret stuff in episodes. It makes it much more rewarding and interesting, and it gives me my opinion of different stuff, not just the episodes stuff, but I can value stuff like music on its own level, on its own respective level that it deserves. Alright, this is how Vilgax is taken out. He actually gets fumbled by his own tactics.
Sending Vilgax out with a bang.
Seeing young Vilgax like that is young Max is insane.
No more Vilgax.
But also Vilgax, that's kind of cool as well.
So I thought. Until today.
Whoa, you were a hero?
I was just a guy doing a job.
Excuse me?
People were probably
Exactly
freaking this
what
out.
was
People
that
must
job?
have been freaking out when they saw this.
We called
and hearing
ourselves
the law
the
of Max.
plumbers. Officially, we didn't exist. We were the guys who fixed the problems no one else could. Extraterrestrial.
I love this. I love the plumber law. Plumber law is goated.
So all this time I've been
The
going
secret
here,
stuff.
I've
Everything
really
that's
been
the secret stuff or
following in your
something. I love it.
footsteps.
Always.
I'm a plumber in training.
And you knew about the watch the whole
The
time?
secret stuff is
Not
brilliant.
really, just rumor and scuttlebutt. I was surprised as you guys when it turned up on Ben's wrist.
You always told us we could tell you anything, Grandpa. Guess you didn't feel the same.
It's kind of deep. Because Gwen is right in that situation. I do feel Gwen.
Plumbers to go back to work.
You
I
should
do like
start by
Ben's
unblocking that
optimism.
hairball from your brain, Mr. Plumber.
You're just jealous because you're
But
not
Ben
part
has
of
to
the family
understand.
business.
There is no family business. My hero days were over a long time ago.
Well, mine are
He says
just
that, but then
getting started.
you gotta see his
Wait.
fighting skills.
Time to
It's insane.
accelerate.
Ripjaws. What a rip-off.
And I still love the original Rip Jaws just as much as a lot of people talk about it. I agree with them. All the claims with the original Rip Jaws being legendary, I agree. I mean, Rip Jaws can't be afraid, can he?
Okay, who's the punk giving us creatures a
I mean,
bad name?
Ben is still part of it. Obviously, you gotta always consider. They draw Rip Jaws' mouth a bit.
You picked the
deeper
wrong
than it is.
way to be an alien, pal.
Rip Jaws moment. That's a much more a Ben moment than a Rip Jaws instinct moment. So we figure out that Billy
Happen to see a giant talking fish come by
something.
here?
I'll write down. I'll probably write somewhere like the name of this creature. I can't remember what it was.
Who are you? Who am I? Who are you?
That's gonna be some classic cartoon stuff. Definitely heard of before.
Looks like today's my lucky day. 2 aliens for the price of 1.
See, you know he's involved because it's 2 aliens for the price of 1. It forebodes it very well.
I love room service.
Ben. He has to be Ben. If he's not Ben, then he's not Ben. So I have to agree with Ben. So we see
know this guy,
Phil
Grandpa?
and
You
Max
could say
together.
that. We used to be partners.
This really does bring in like the
Yeah,
innocent
she's
sort
not
of
much
side of
like
Phil,
But it's
like
better
as if
than
it
that
is.
old rust bucket of an RV you used to drive.
So, how are you?
Pretty good considering I just bagged a havoc beast. Seems like old
Have a
times.
big beast. Okay.
Anyway, looks like things are picking back
So
up
the
again.
plumber's
In fact,
ready to kick
I'm
down.
starting my own
Kind of.
freelance plumber business. Wow. Cool watch. Looks so familiar.
It ought to. It's the Omni.
Oh, look at the time. Well, we need to go.
Ben.
Nice catching up with you.
The learning stage of Ben.
Happy
That is.
plumbing.
I don't get it. How come you didn't tell Phil about the
Yeah, I mean,
objects?
the
That's on a
plumbers.
need-to-know
Okay, that's something to
basis
talk about at the
only.
end.
Less people
Plumber roles,
know, the
plumber
better.
positions.
Yes.
In plumbing business.
We are getting double bluffed pretty bad. I really like Max's intuition and smart thoughts that he has.
I don't like the sound of that.
I really do appreciate Max and the way his thoughts are. In this episode, I'm with Max. I've got the Max mindset. This episode's Max mindset.
Friends of yours?
Convenient, is it not? Yeah, I mean, it's revealed it all. Wild map with Wolf Mantis.
What
They-
did you say? say?
definitely want more something more.
Vulpamancers never were big on small talk, even with their own kind.
Territorial thing, not even territorial, just certain circumstance. It is just, I guess it's a dominant behaviour thing. I wouldn't do much to Vulpamancers at all, but that would definitely infuriate it. Yeah, the other Vulpamancers is insanely big. Always too close, apparently.
What are partners for?
Again, gaining trust. He's gonna say it.
Sorry about that, Ben. Only way to bring down the Vulpamancer.
Yeah.
Sound
Lucky for
transmission.
us, you had a sonic pitch whistle with you.
Sonic pictures. Picture.
So, all the stories are true.
So he's convenient. Obviously, he's conveniently got a Sonic picture or picture. I'm gonna say Sonic picture.
Moves out there.
To pick on someone with more meat on his bones.
Well, that is one tough talk from Max.
Just like old times, eh? I think this is gonna be the beginning of a new partnership.
Wolfman's still there. Something consequently still happened afterwards.
Oh, Richie sweet. Had to have cost a pretty penny.
Just a little thank you I negotiated for
Max's
helping
face, you can
manager
tell
out with
something
his
is off.
aliens. Max's experience and my instincts. We'd be
They're taking Gwen out of this.
What do you think?
I'm thinking
That's where it doesn't play well.
coincidence for a
You take out Gwen out of the equation,
two mega muds
you're
to come
taking out the
the
squad.
same day.
So it's not
Aliens.
worth it.
Go
Don't replace
figure.
Gwen.
I need some fresh air.
Hey kids, order whatever you'd like off the room service menu.
Now we're talking.
And Ben's still a kid.
Something's going on that Grandpa's not
There
telling
you
us
go. Gwen's
about.
got it. Gwen's
Come
got
on,
it.
better if we just stay out of it.
But the eyes was drawn so
No,
small
Grandpa.
when they're running
No
out.
Phil.
Hang on. Pedal to the metal.
I actually don't remember Accelerate being in this episode. That's interesting. And Mount Washington, that's already.
I thought all those aliens were familiar.
Yep, he figured it out.
Stole-
This time, it's still a null void projector, and obviously still a beam that if he gets caught in, it would get sent to null
Be
void.
sure to tell Ben how your last
But
words to me
it
were
obviously-
how you wanted him to follow in your footsteps as
It
my
was held long enough, and probably was in a place where this beast, which again can't remember his name, managed to get out. It's not, just generically holding the null void projector and just shooting it out wouldn't just generally send anything out. Wouldn't generally send anything
You're no plumber.
into
You're nothing but a
into
big
Earth.
drip.
Ben, listen to me. We don't need your grandpa. We could start back up the plumbers again. Just you and me.
Forget it. And there's nothing you can do to change my mind.
Yes,
Sorry
Ben.
to hear that. Say hello to an old friend. A Wigzellian orc beast.
Oh yeah, the big segment all beast, of course. All beast. And it's just a tanky bridge overall.
No,
I wonder what that device is. I
no,
wonder what that one is.
no.
You can see the ones that he's trying to pull out. They're slightly lighter coloured.
Where is it?
I wonder what that is as well. I'm really interested to know what those are. Familiar grenade. I'm surprised Ben took the brunt of the hit right there, because he was already decent transformed. And Gwen's smart about it already. She knows she can spy on, or potentially, she can
Who says crime doesn't pay?
figure this out. That's why you don't mess with Gwen. You don't take it out of the equation. I love these little taps that he does, and a bunch of flips happen and everything. I really like that. Fancy device, fancy tools. And that's impressive. Rust Bucket is doing this.
Did you store in that
Also-
null void thingy?
If it's traveling this fast, the road must be really long.
But it's a portal to
Because this thing's literally traveling rocket speed.
In theory,
You gotta think about
it could
it.
have millions inside of it.
Yeah, that's going well beyond. That's going at least like 140, 50 miles an hour. That's insane. There's got to be autopilot something in it. There's no way. I mean, who knows? Maybe Max did train back in the day with 150 mile an hour vehicles. I was saying the crazy vehicles thing, but I didn't realize he's talking about the law of the null void was being told as well. Alternate dimension and everything. Look at Max's face. He knows.
Good idea.
He's not surprised about Gwen either. He's just not surprised.
Something tells me that's not the state bird of South Dakota. We need some muscle to stop this thing. 4 arms of muscle.
Ben, that wouldn't be smart transferring the forms in here
Gray matter?
inside the RV.
I said muscle, not minuscule.
We've seen it already happen before. Again, the Omnitrix being smart about it.
Triggering the correct sequence of synapses should allow me some rudimentary motor control. Sure wish I knew what I was talking about.
I get it. I get it. It's like with horses. It's literally just with horses, the exact same thing. It's a baseline level of control. Except Ben doesn't have control, and apparently control. But at the same time, that's all you have to do. Going out of control makes you unpredictable sometimes in good situations like this.
Every alien.
And this is crazy. So he got insta snapped,
Wouldn't want to be ya.
and he got.
Who's next?
And that was like a repulsion force that reflected the beam back upon himself. And like,
That's
look,
the last of them.
that's like a capture version of the null void rather than like
I'm
a
sorry I had
portal
to keep
version.
my past a
This is what it
secret for
looks
so
like,
long.
even though it's
I
probably the
should've
same
known I
version.
could trust you guys.
That's quite
It's
interesting.
okay.
And for what it's worth, Ben, you would have made a great plumber. Both of you.
Hey, we're your grandkids. What do you expect?
There should be better
I
security
think there's some
for
things about this
the null
job we're
void.
better off not.
But although the location and everything itself is already should be deemed pretty safe. I love that end music. It gives me goosebump vibes. It's been such a long time since I've watched this, and it's really good. All right, episode review. It's gonna be very quick, to be honest. So overall, the tracks and everything were interesting. The locations are pretty interesting, although it kind of hit the same sort of color palettes and everything. But the episode's theme, the idea, the lore, the introduction of everything, including Phil, Null Void, the creatures, and again Ben's decisions and everything, all contributed in this episode, and it added up very well. And what would I give the rating then? So I didn't do doing a quick summary of this and think about this together. I think it's a pretty decent episode, so I'll keep it at a 9.2. You might think that's a bit low, but you got to think about the 0.1 difference thing that I said before. So this is going to be a 9.2, and I really enjoyed this episode, and I got to get to the next episode. So without further ado, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. All right. There's gonna be a lot of funny little jump cuts in the first episode, and it's gonna be a bit of a bit springy, but hopefully it comes out to be a quick and nice episode that becomes released probably literally as when these are gonna be recorded, they're gonna be released at the same time. So without further ado, I want to get into these episodes quick because I don't have much time, but I do want to say that the last episode was brilliant, and it followed a really good trend. Although the score is not necessarily high, that doesn't correlate with the fact that I did not enjoy it, because I definitely did. It's just the rating thing can be skewed sometimes when you try to reflect qualitative opinions like me and try and say stuff, but not necessarily just because it's a low rating always means that I've not enjoyed it, especially for the fact that classic is my favorite anyway. So you got to understand that the episodes are already so high tiered. Bumping up even more just adds to the fact that what's already been given so good is just being added to that with already the good level traits, like already having a good model piece and building on it. But yeah, without further ado, we have the big tick. Season 2, episode 2. Fantastic episode. Let's see what happens. Starting right now. Screen's a bit narrow, but we can deal with that. Still looks great.
Quiet of the great outdoors.
This feels so old cartoon fashion. Like I'm watching it back in the day.
Astronomers at Mount Hamilton have caught a glimpse of a small meteor, and it
I love this little radio guy that always talks. These radio guys are actually epic. I like
figured
him.
I'd go accelerate and hit that burger place in Casper to pick up a double cheeseburger with pickles. But it looks like I'm stuck here.
Ben, Yellowstone
I can't believe Tara
happens to be
Strong
one of the coolest places
voiced
around.
Ben.
Just hang.
You grill them up with a sun-dried tomato paste, they are...
Maybe I can help. I'll take my burger with chili.
I can appreciate that.
That's gonna be Max training and everything. And there we go. Yeah. Probably the most loved alien. Like I feel for Ben as well. But this alien. When we learn about this alien, I really do appreciate him. And I just love it. I just love
Now
him.
that's a heroic
Like
pose.
Cannonball is literally amazing.
Real funny. I can't believe I'm a new hero.
And where there's one more, who knows?
And there we got the
There could be
expansion
100
from the
more.
10.
Well, as long as they're not as worthless as this one is. So what do you think he does?
I definitely like his classic look as well.
Much for breathing fire. Maybe I can fire freeze rays from my eyes.
Sometimes Ben knows what he's doing with the alien, but looks like it's the first time he's not beyond the 10 stage, and this new playlist he's learning with it. He really does not know of his own power. It's almost like the skills of the DNA, like the DNA extracted was like complete raw DNA of like a youth Albino Pelarosa or something. And it's almost like as if they just extracted raw DNA that Ben's now been fused with, and there's like nothing that Ben can correlate with. Ben's just learning this himself.
This alien's gotta go.
There we go.
Don't you mean gotta roll?
Look on the bright side. You're headed in the direction of the meteor.
So this could be definitely accidental. I feel like he did not mean to roll that like that.
Whoa, it's huge.
It's very lateral based explode like blast.
And a lot.
Not a radial impact. Surprised. After all, this thing is a bit I don't actually know what some of these words mean. Like I'll say anamorphous. I can't remember what a word means. I'll be honest. I'm not an English linguistic, but the eeriness is what I want to say. That's what I want to look for. Anyways, the eeriness of this creature, already on its impact, just shows how strange this creature is. Such a strange crater and also such a giant, strange looking behavior. And it seems to be quite small in this frame.
And quite aromatic.
I just thought that was Ben not taking a shower for 3 days.
Aromatic. Indeed. Definitely. It's like shedding pollen everywhere almost.
Rejoice. He's arrived in all his glorious.
Alright, here's the bozos. These are the I'll tell you right now, these are the bozos of these episodes. Of this episode.
I await his proclamation.
These are the bozos of the episodes. I'll say that.
Relax. We come in peace.
This is what proves that Max is not just a retired plumber. He's more than that.
All hail the tremendous one.
Bozos is what I'm telling you.
Everyone quiet
See?
down. He's speaking.
This is why you feel bad for Cannonbolt. This is why you do.
I don't hear
Cannonbolt deserves justice. He's the only one.
Your planet will be
I mean, it's a bit like Petropia, but at this point,
you are quite lucky.
we weren't aware. But yeah, definitely feel bad for Cannonbolt, and for knowing the future as well.
I don't think so.
No.
That was a strange transformation.
The
It
experience.
seems quite invisible, the transformation.
No, not the audio-visual thing again.
We followed the Great One from planet.
If they can't work together, that already tells you a
galaxy
sign.
to galaxy after he
Max should
visited
be aware of that.
Each and every one of our planets.
I've seen Science File use this clip.
Technique, the deep
I like people using the clips outside beyond just the episode itself, or anything practical, even like talking about physics-wise. Just using Ben 10 outside with any context is amazing.
Of course,
So respect.
your cities will be laid to waste. Your oceans will dry up. Your mountains will crumble.
It will be the end of the world as
If someone actually, if an alien actually did say that when they come here, it's hard to say any words. Actually, say something like that. Unless you're Ben, and if you were practiced with Ben and knew how to use Cannonbolt.
That's better.
They're using the game winner track to the Earth.
Ben!
I'm surprised that impact was not significant enough.
about the fact some giant planet sucker's about to wipe Earth off the face of the universe. Because that's fair.
The first universal threat, if you think about it. Well, at least Gwen's over-exaggerating. It's a planetary threat because it takes down planet by planet.
We have to get
Planet, first planetary threat, celestial body threat. It's interesting. And this is proves the cooperation, the skills
Here when we rolled down the hill, were they?
of this trio to handle this level threat already. Massive ramp up from the previous episodes.
Whatever they are, away from me.
Relax is pretty significant, but not to this scale already. It's a pretty big ramp up. And look how quickly the transformation phase of this alien creature is. So we see upgrade last. Yep, think fly indeed. The smart play from the watch. I'm gonna say that's the watch. That's the smart play from the watch. I have to say that.
Never was much for
Stinkfly music. I love this. Max is just a beast. I'm telling you, these are the beginning signs of the trio and Max. These tracks are amazing. Buzzers.
And go witness his supreme and ultimate power.
Bozos. There's no way to describe them other than bozos.
Yellowstone's becoming more and more poison.
So Yellowstone.
What was that noise?
But it's interesting to just
Sounds like
see.
Old Faithful's ready to blow. And I don't know what that tick's poison could do to it when it
It's
does.
just to see a zombie apocalypse episode like this quick and everything, and this crazy of a scale. It just seemed crazy already. And I love the intensity.
Witness the eruption of the Great One's power.
I'll be honest, these bozos really annoy me, but the trio make up significantly, and Cannonball. And just the fact that the episode's significant beyond just the fact that it's not just that the episode. It's been used in wider context, which is pretty cool to see Ben 10 used outside that, because that's rare, that's very rare. Rather than just being part of the fandom talk, it's something else. Those look like mana blast. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty cool.
Get him.
So that was a pretty viscous fluid that Stinkfly shot. So this is just like beyond luck. But it also kind of makes sense. Deserved. Bozo deserved. That makes sense as well though, because he was dive bombing, so it kind of makes sense. Birds dive bomb into the water often, or fish, gobies, anchovies, and they dart pretty well. So I can believe this, but Max couldn't have really done anything. And the way he says "watch it," you can tell he's a bozo. Alright, this is definitely the best feat so far. We get Ben. Ben's outclassy skills and his swagger. I guess you just could consider how formal the other people are, how annoying they are. And then we just get the classiest music and play in the background as well. Kind of strange to see water effect for goo, but
never seen an intergalactic fender bender
still.
like that before.
Fender bender.
Anyone need a lift?
It's getting bigger as it feeds.
Right, so this is like the final stage sort of part. This is the intense part. Like this is intense. You can tell by just the background, the development of this creature's like it's a horrid dying environment. And just feeding, as Max said. And it's taking on a 4-arms diet as well. You've got to consider that.
Okay, 1 down, 9
I was always fascinated by this. So he did a 10 alien combo. We never see this truly ever again. So this is, I love this. Although it really does downgrade the potential of all these aliens on such planetary threat level aliens. It just shows how much Ben's aliens need to kick with planetary threat level stuff, but also like Max. But it also just shows Ben's watches them transform multiple times at that, almost like as if it's like Master Control. But obviously he's going back to Ben and then going back to Ben and back. I don't think it would put stress on Omnitrix given how short the life transformation duration is. But yeah.
Ugh, could this get any nastier? Gross!
This is like,
Space lice!
okay, space lice, not quite the mini version of this giant creature.
Beauty
His power.
I mean, it's fascinating just to see such a alien-like creature like this, given how creepy it is and how you don't really get to kick in with such strange sort of creatures again, just like this, beyond the classic. It becomes pretty one-dimensional, obvious. Kind of wants transformation. Oh, actually, I should do transformation ratings though. I'll do that for a separate short. I'll do that for a short. That's a good idea. Transformations as a short.
The scales will deflect their beams.
There we go. Max not retired. This is why. You've got absolute max skills. It's almost like they've been completely lazy to run all the lasers they're missing. Look at this. Look at this. Yeah, that's crazy. How much damage that creature's doing and how they're just relying on essentially the shedding of the creature to survive.
Time to rock and roll.
Yeah. Cannibal moment. Look at it, look at his fierce nature. Yeah. The game over is playing again. Cannonball roll. This must have inspired a lot of people to love Cannonball. Because I definitely agree. Cannonball is just amazing. Look at it. Look at him. I mean, he's just amazing.
Make that a cannon bolt.
Forearms is still like my top, but I think Cannonball's my second. I gotta say, for sure. I think he's my second favorite.
Let the digestion begin. Digest this.
Yeah, let's go. Not retired, Max. Whenever Max does something epic like that, I love it. Plumber stuff. But I gotta say. It's alright, Ben. You move again. So I wonder what this like sort of. It seems like a vortex is spinning around this thing, around this creature. Like, it might just be that. It must just be a little suction from that pustule of the alien creature. Good, the bozos deserve it. Pierce the heart, pierce the ribs. It's really getting tense outside. But this... No. Like creatures suffocating. Fluid build-up by its own self. It looks like a Limax, to be honest. Maybe that is the Limax's revenge.
Hail to the new great one. Hail, hail.
These bozos.
Whatever.
Not too loyal, are they?
And the third one, the third bozo, is actually a stinkfly related species. It shows the diversity of stinkfly species.
I forgot.
Lepra something.
Human specimen.
Well, when
Leprodopterons.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
See, that guy's got all right. He actually, to be honest, he's the only real decent bozo.
Everything's going back to normal.
Hate to break
So we see a rapid de-transformation phase, and now we see a rapid transformation phase back to like the normal land behind them.
Save the Earth. I think my work here is.
It's almost like it creates a field. So it's like a tick field. I'm gonna call it a tick field.
Me and my big mouth.
Ben, you missed some tick goop over there.
Oh man.
Oh my gosh. But you gotta think about that. How's that? Alright. Apparently, there's like literally no. That was some really old-fashioned like capture of the episode. Apparently, there's no proper decent HD, especially no HD on this episode. There's literally no outro on it either. Even though, like, obviously when I watched this, I'm 100% certain that there was obviously an outro. But interesting enough, this episode was actually quality. I have to say, there's literally there's so many things about this episode that still interest me and just hit it. Like, I think it's the fact that how expansive this episode's being beyond just the fact that it's just an ordinary episode. It's being used elsewhere and everything. And also not just that, but like it stands out for me as well. It's like a little like of all the episodes. If you put the episodes in like a calendar, there's like a little pin on this episode for me for how interesting it is, and just how you will miss it because you won't see this sort of episode like this sort of planetary level biological threat sort of crazy adventure, new alien unlock. That's also really amazing. Like, you won't see an episode like this again, so it's a one-time miss, and that'll be in Pellerosa. I feel bad for it, and I love Cannonball. I did claim it as my second favorite alien. What's your top 3 favorite aliens? Let me know in the comments. But yeah, everything's good. The music's good. They did use a bit of repeat tunes, but that's perfectly fine because I love the game over tune that they keep playing. But in fact, I'll play it here. Hopefully, I'll remember to put it in. I'll play it here. So the ratings have to say that, like, what was the other 9.4s that I did? So the Bounty episode was like 9.5. Can't quite remember what 9.4 was like. What was like the when I can't remember the female is. Her body got transformed into a drone, and Vuglax was there, an upgrade was there, and Max went to the hospital. I think that was 9.4. I think this goes the same. I think this goes to a 9.4 as well. I gotta say, I really do like this episode. Yeah, this episode is just like, it hits on the same wavelength. There's like, that episode stood out because of its adventures, Ben's responsibility, build up, and everything. You got to see Heat Blast and everything. You got to see Ben grow as a character. It was deep and it hit so well. And this hits the same way. This is a trio moment where they're all together, and it shows their first planetary threat way of dealing. Shows Cannonball, which is also amazing. The environment and all the sort of like, obviously it's not quite HD, but I still love the palette color and like I love the green texture as it is anyways, regardless. But the characters were also developed in such a way that were really good. The only thing that holds this episode back is, I guess, I mean, they could have went a bit more extreme and like kind of crazy with the creature itself, and like shown to a larger scale or whatever. But the Bozos definitely held it a bit back. They were a bit of an annoying one. But overall, yeah, this episode's not hindered much at all. It definitely hits that high 9.4, and yeah, I don't know what else to say other than like to just play the episode back in my head. I'm replaying the episode in my head. That just shows the quality of it, because this episode's been one of those long waited ones, because I used to have a toy of Cannonball, and it's also fascinating to me about like the lore behind these biological creatures and everything, because these small little characters basically don't stem much development, and they get held back because they want people, like, for advertising for products and everything, and like generally it's not asked much. But these creatures are most fascinating because they have like a dark shadow over them. They're not covered much. You don't know much about them. So the episodes are more mysterious and eerie. So seeing creatures like this that don't get expanded on or ever talked about, it's interesting for me to be the one here spectating and talking about it, and the way this creature operates and everything. And at the end, when it exploded, it looked like a bit of like a Limax sort of thing. But learning about Cannonball was such a mystery and everything. That's also really interesting. Max being retired but playing up to such a youthful sort of plumber with great skills is also amazing. And seeing this weird tick field was really interesting. The way it transformed back and de-transformed, and it shifted obviously between the beginning and the end. That is strange, but it brings a whole new alien concept. Like, this creature is so fascinating, and I think this episode 100% deserves more credit than it gets. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Brilliant episode. You should watch this episode. Do not just watch this reaction and not experience it yourself. You definitely should watch it yourself. Definitely worthwhile experience. And this episode is in an old sort of fashion. The layout of this episode looks weird with not being a full screen episode, but that's what gives me the nostalgic vibes. This is how it used to be when I watched it back in the day. So again, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.